Hi class. So the last time we had a class on Tuesday, we were practicing the present continuous for the future. And so we looked at different time expressions. And I want you to remember that when we talk about the future, it's something that it can be later tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be on the weekend, it could be next month, next year. Okay, again, there's so many different things that make something the future. And then, for example, okay, for present, we're thinking about where it's more like now, okay, at this moment, okay, currently. So we have a lot of words for present, and then we also have a lot of words for the future. So the first sentence says, my sister is getting married next spring. Here, I want you to, if you need to pause this because you need to look for these words, that's okay. But our key word is going to be next spring. So I want you to think for a few seconds, what do you think next spring means? And then we'll come back to this. Question, or actually number 2 says, she's talking on the phone now. Our key word in this sentence is going to be now. And for number 3, I'm not working tomorrow. Our key word here is tomorrow. I still want you to go ahead and look at the verb. So our verb here is getting, talking, working. We want to remember that when we're looking at the present continuous verbs, we're looking at ing, which is what we've been covering in class. So now let's look at the sentence again. My sister's getting married next spring. So next spring means sometime in the future. And so our response would be, this is a sentence that describes an action that is planned in the future. Number 2, she's talking on the phone now. Now is our key word. So we're talking about the present. The next one is I'm not working tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, keyword, that means the future. So we're going to look at our next page, and let me clear that. So we're looking at 4, they aren't going on vacation next summer. So here, keywords, next summer. He's filling out the form now, keyword now. We're renting an apartment at the moment, keyword moment. We want to go back, and I want to highlight our verb, going, filling, renting. So let's read number 4 again. Number 4 says they aren't going on vacation next summer. Next summer means the future. He's filling out the form now. Now, present. We're renting an apartment at the moment. Moment, present. So if you need to pause this because you need to look at what these words mean, that is okay. Remember that we're still learning and we're still building our vocabulary. So let's clear this. And we are done with activity 4. We want to go on to number 5. So we're going to reset this. And I want you to remember, how do we ask questions? And I think a lot of my students sometimes have a difficult time remembering. You already know this stuff. So let's look at Leslie. Leslie and Ricardo are speaking to each other. Leslie is asking Ricardo a question. And so the question has to have you and go. But remember, we're still using the present continuous. So here, to school next semester. The way we make a question is with are you going? And the reason I made number 1 right now is because I want you to go ahead and look at 2. Not yet. Okay, let's look at the second part of number 1. Ricardo says, yes, but not full-time. I blank take 3 classes. So again, remember that we're using the present continuous. Go, going. Take, taking. We also need to look at the subject. Here it's I, so that's why I am. Here the subject was you. So we need to remember that's are you. So let's read it together. Are you going to school next semester? Yes, but not full time. I am taking 3 classes. So you can pause the video because I wanted you to go ahead and do the following 3. Ahmed and Min, Chris and Miguel, Lisa and Joe. We're still making questions. You start, you come, we visit. And then our verbs are speak, our words are speak, bring, and meet. So go ahead and pause this and try to work on this on your own. If you stop the video, okay, now we're gonna go ahead and look at the answer for number 2. And so for number 2, we have, when are you starting your new job? Again, remember, we're asking a question. So the B word for you is are. Then we have you, and then we have starting. The next verb we're using is speak. So let's go ahead and see that answer. And it says, I don't know, I'm speaking to my manager tomorrow. So again, Ahmed says, when are you starting your new job? Min says, I don't know, I'm speaking to my manager tomorrow. Let's go ahead and look at Chris. So again, you and come. So our answer is, are you coming to Trang's house after school? Miguel is going to be using bring. So he is going to say, yes, and I'm bringing Pilar with me. And let's look at the last one, Lisa. Lisa says, we visit. And remember, it's a question. This time we have when. So our question looks like this. When are we visiting your cousins? Joe says, and he's going to use me, remember. Next Sunday, we're meeting them at a restaurant. So I'm going to go ahead and remind you that if you said, I am, and let's put that in red, and you put I am, and down here you put we are, okay, you are still using these correctly. Remember when we say we're, I'm, it's just a contraction of I am and we are. So let's go ahead and clear this. What we are doing now is activity number 6. Let's go ahead and read the directions, and the directions tell us write sentences with the words given. Again, remember this, use the present continuous. So here we have move my sister next month. For 2, it's stay home tomorrow, I. For 3, next Monday, the students take a test. So what we want to do is make sure that we're putting these sentences in the correct order. Here we put my sister. And the verb is move, but remember we need to use the present continuous. So we are using is moving next month. And I want to go ahead and highlight that so that you remember move. We just said is moving because that is the present continuous. So let's look at number 2. And again, we're putting stay home tomorrow, I, in the correct order. So I am starting with I. I am staying home tomorrow. Again, I want to highlight this part, and it is stay. We just said I'm staying. Let's look at next Monday, the students take a test. So the way we start this sentence is with the students are taking a test next Monday. So what I want to do is highlight take a test and show you that here we used it as are taking a test. So let's read this again. My sister is moving next Monday. I am staying home tomorrow. And the last one, the students are taking a test next Monday. So let's clear those markings, and we're gonna look at number 2, or the second page of this. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video, and I want you to go ahead and try to figure this out on your own. Number 4, we have not go shopping tomorrow, we. And my friend, I for dinner, not meet. So if you paused it and now you want to check your answer, let's go ahead and show how we write number 4. So for number 4, we put we aren't going shopping tomorrow. Remember, we're using the negative. Okay, for the next one is I am not meeting my friend for dinner. Let me highlight the verbs for you so that you remember the verb. Go is our verb. Here we used it aren't going. Here my verb was meet. And I use not meeting. So if you got this right, good job. If you didn't, remember we are still learning. So let's clear this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till we meet on Tuesday to go over 7, 8, and 9 as a class. So we're stopping the in-class lesson today, but what you need to do is you're going to go back to Burlington English. You're going to go to courses. You're going to go to low intermediate. And you're going to go to your student lessons. Remember, okay, we've already worked on, okay, personal information. So we're now working on education. We did listen and speak a student-teacher conference. We're reviewing the present continuous. So far you should be working on number 1 and number 2. On Tuesday when we connect, the other assignment that we're now going to be working on is read. Read for student services. If you have questions, please wait till I'm back in class with you on a live Zoom. And ask me in class if you need clarification or if you need help with any of these. Thank you. Have a good night, and I will see you on Tuesday.